Hello, welcome back to Jim's Jeeps. Today we're going to talk about propeller shaft replacement in the 2004 WJ and some channel updates. So we've been a little bit lax in producing videos lately because of the weather. As you can see in my backyard here, it's still full of snow. It's melting off pretty quick, but we got, I think, about 10 or 12 inches across the last couple weeks, and that really prevented us from working outside for somewhat obvious reasons. Plus my driveway floods when the stuff melts off. In any case, while I was sitting around waiting to make the next video, I decided that I'm going to build a freestanding garage right behind me. So what we have here is my old shed sitting on I think that's about a 15 by 10 shed. That's going to be moved to another part of the property. We're going to take some trees down and build a 30 by 45 foot garage here. Including a lift and the whole thing. Kind of a dream project I've had on the books for a long time, and I think I'm going to finally bite the bullet and go ahead and get it done. So now what we're going to do is walk over to the WJ, and we'll begin with that little project here for today's video. So in today's video, we're going to be replacing the front propeller shaft on this 2004 WJ. I have the new part right here, and in the 4.0 liter, it doesn't have a double CV joint. It has a U-joint in the front and the CV joint in the back. This vehicle here is my brother's vehicle, and it was working fine for a while. Started to make some vibration noises, and we actually thought maybe the front differential had some issues, but we've diagnosed it down to the rubber boot in the CV joint leaking and getting some salt and other grime and debris in there. And when that happens, this thing is always spinning on the car anyway, whether it's in four-wheel drive or not. And so there's a lot of chatter and movement and just clinking and clanking and all kinds of other nonsense going on with the joint. So we're just going to replace this, and that should solve that problem. It's a fairly easy job. There's just two straps that hold this U-joint on the front yoke of the differential. And then there are 6 bolts in the back that hold this CV joint onto the transfer case. And so we're going to demonstrate on how to remove and replace this propeller drive shaft, and then we'll also talk about other things to look for when you're going on with doing that.
frozen in place. Front out. So verify all those are out. Yep, they're out. So get the old Tanya Harding. All right, now we gotta get this out. All right, now reassembly. We'll put the front back on first. More lights. They're magnetic, and they have a hook. All right. Get these straps back on. Where's the other one at? When you tighten these back up, make sure that the outer bearing cup is behind this tab. Otherwise, on these, you don't want them loosening up for sure. And this torque value on these strap bolts and on the flange bolts on the CV joint at the transfer case are 24 foot-pounds. Okay, so after fighting with it for a little while, we finally diagnosed the problem. If you can see here, that boot was totally gone in the center here. And pretty much all the grease spun out. You can't really see the ball bearings up in there. They're about as big as a pinball, maybe slightly smaller. But this flange sits up against the transfer case, and this universal joint here rides on the front differential. And what you'll see is this will start to vibrate and wobble at highway speeds, about 60 plus. And because there's no grease in here, the bearings and things will heat up, and it will start sounding like you're going to get launched on a pogo stick before too long. So at least do a visual inspection and make sure that this isn't your problem, because when it sits in the vehicle, you can't really tell that this boot here is cracked. Another problem we had was there are 6 8mm bolts that hold this flange onto the transfer case, and one of them actually would not come out right, and we had to use some bolt removal techniques on it to get it out, cutting the head off. And once we did that, everything was fine. So I hope this helped you out. Should be a fairly quick job. You can see that it got a little darker out here. But I want to get a video out for you guys so you can follow along with us as we're going along our Jeep journey here. Thanks for joining Jim's Jeeps today, and we'll see you on the video soon.